Jelly Roll is nearly unrecognizable. And not because of a new album, a viral moment, or a red carpet controversy, but because the country star just shocked the world with a nearly 300-pound weight loss, all without using weight loss drugs. And when fans saw him on the cover of Men's Health, jaws dropped. The transformation was so dramatic that many people immediately assumed he must have used Ozempic or other GLP-1 medications. But Jelly Roll says no. And the real story behind how he did it is far more emotional, difficult, and inspiring than anyone expected. Before we break down how this happened, hit that subscribe button, because stories like this one prove that Hollywood, transformations aren't always what they seem. To understand how big this moment is, you have to remember where Jelly Roll started. For years, his weight wasn't just part of his appearance, it was part of his identity. He openly talked about struggling with food addiction, mental health battles, and the physical limitations that came with carrying hundreds of extra pounds. At one point, even walking short distances felt impossible. He wasn't just fighting the scale, he was fighting his own body every single day. The turning point didn't come from vanity or pressure from the industry. According to Jelly Roll, it came from fear. Real fear. As a singer, he said there were few things that terrified him more than acid reflux and vocal damage. When weight loss drugs started dominating headlines, he seriously considered them, but ultimately decided against it. Not because he wanted to prove anything, and not because he judges anyone who uses them. In fact, he's been very clear. If those medications help someone, he fully supports it. But for him, the potential side effects were just too scary. So instead of looking for a miracle fix, Jelly Roll decided to rebuild his life from the ground up. And it wasn't quick, it wasn't glamorous, and it definitely wasn't easy. Rather than relying on injections or shortcuts, Jelly Roll surrounded himself with a full support system, trainers, chefs, and mental health professionals, all working together. He didn't just change what he ate, he changed how he lived. He started moving his body daily, even when it hurt, even when it was embarrassing, even when it felt impossible. He talked openly about having to pound the pavement, pushing his heart rate up, and learning how to be present instead of distracted by his phone or old habits. One of the most emotional milestones in his journey came when he began training for the Two Bears 5K. At the start, he couldn't even walk a single mile. Not one. Fast forward months later, and Jelly Roll crossed the finish line of that race, completing over 3 miles on foot. For most people, a 5K might seem small, but for him, it symbolized survival, discipline, and reclaiming his body. When E.T. caught up with him during that time, Jelly Roll admitted he left feeling exhausted, but deeply motivated. He wasn't pretending it was easy. He was honest. It was harder than he expected, but it was also proof that he was finally capable of things he once thought were impossible. The reactions online were immediate and intense. Fans flooded comment sections praising his dedication and transparency. Many said seeing a celebrity lose weight naturally made them feel hopeful again. Others were shocked by how different he looked. Thinner, healthier, and visibly more confident. Media outlets quickly picked up the story, especially after he confirmed the weight loss was achieved without GLP-1 drugs. Behind the scenes, insiders say Jelly Roll's mindset was the real game changer. Mental health played a massive role in his transformation. He didn't just work on his body, he worked on his relationship with food, his self-worth, and his long-standing trauma. That internal shift is what experts say makes weight loss sustainable, especially at this extreme level. For Jelly Roll's career, this transformation could be life-changing. Increased stamina means longer performances, more tours, and less strain on his voice. Public image-wise, he's now being seen not just as a talented artist, but as someone who embodies resilience and honesty. And unlike many celebrity transformations that fade or reverse, insiders believe this one is built to last because it wasn't rushed. We've seen dramatic weight loss stories before, from Adele to Jonah Hill, but Jelly Roll stands apart because of his openness about fear, failure, and mental health. He never sold it as a miracle. He sold it as work. Painful, boring, daily work. In the end, Jelly Roll's story isn't really about losing 300 pounds. It's about gaining control, gaining time, gaining life. And as he continues this journey, one thing is clear. This transformation is only the beginning. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think natural weight loss stories like Jelly Roll's will change the conversation around celebrity transformations? Or are weight loss drugs already too normalized in Hollywood? Drop your thoughts in the comments.